Like, you got to do a lot of travelling around the world. There's tournaments week in, week out, like these ones here. So I guess it's sometimes hard being away from family, but there's a lot of rewards, seeing a lot of the world at such a young age. I feel like I'm very fortunate, so it's been good so far.
Home, South Australia.
Yep.
How many weeks have you been at home this year?
Not many. It's another disadvantage. I don't see much of my family, which is hard. Probably been home about maybe 5 weeks maximum. So it is hard. Sometimes my parents and family, I've got an older brother and sister, they come to some tournaments, Australian Open Juniors at the start of the year. They may come to Bendigo next week, which is the next Australian future. So I do a lot of travel.
Wimbledon Junior Champion last year, Australian Open Junior Champion as well. Which is the better of the two, Wimbledon or Australian?
Well, I mean, England's a lot like Australia. I think nowhere near as good, but compared to some other countries, I don't mind England. Wimbledon was good. I mean, I was really the underdog there, which was probably made it a bit more special. I was the 16th seed and I came through, beat the 2nd seed, a Brazilian kid in the 3rd round, and then I beat another British kid in the final in front of about 10,000 people, packed crowd on court 1, which is the 2nd biggest court at Wimbledon. And then Australian Open, I was the number 1 seed, probably the favourite, so that was a bit different circumstances. But that was probably more relief coming out and winning that, because there was a bit more pressure on me. The Australian public was probably expecting a winner. I lived up to those expectations, which was it was quite nice.
All right. Who's got some questions for Luke? All right, first question. How many times? How many times have you won?
How many matches you won, Luke?
Hundreds.
I've won a lot. I've also lost quite a few as well. You lose and win and lose your fair share, but well, probably 1,000 maybe. That's a tough question.
Question here.
How many countries have you been to?
How many countries have you been to?
Well, I've been to, if you go continents, I've been to Africa. I've been to Morocco in Africa. I've been all through Europe, like I mentioned before. France, England, Spain, Germany, Slovenia, Czech Republic, a lot through Europe. Asia, like I mentioned, Thailand, Japan, Vietnam, China, America.
Out of all those, is it true Traralgon's your favourite?
Yeah, I love Traralgon. Always play well here. Yeah.
You've done well in juniors here in January too.
Yeah, I can never win here. Always come runner-up, which is quite disappointing actually. I want to win here. I won't get that opportunity again in the juniors, but it's nice to have the future event here, so you've given me a chance there, which is good.
Question here, yes? Yep.
What's your longest rally?
Longest rally?
You don't count them. You don't count them in matches, but he might have counted them in practice.
In practice, sometimes we do drills of 100 balls in, so a 100-shot rally maybe, but that's up and down the court, so much easier than a match. In a match, maybe 30, 40 balls, yeah, maybe. When I was younger, maybe a lot more because I wasn't hitting as hard.
Question here, yes?
How much trophies have you won?
How many trophies have you won?
A couple of big ones.
Yeah, quite a few big ones the last couple of years. I know a couple of years ago I had a full cabinet worth of trophies, maybe 100 in that, and since then I've won probably 20 or 30 more, so probably, yeah, almost 150, so yeah.
Question here, yes?
How many, how you play tennis, how many times would you do it a year?
How many times would you play a year?
How many tournaments? How many tournaments would Luke play a year?
Tournaments like this tournament, how many?
There's 52 weeks in a year, isn't there? So how many tournaments would you play? A tournament normally goes for a week.
Tournament goes for a week.
And the big ones go for 2 weeks.
Maybe 25 to 30 tournaments throughout a year.
That's why he's never home. It's a very good question. Do you like a ball or do you play that ball up?